Okay, for the next few days, what I'm going to be talking about is the events that built up to the tragedy of Karbala. Yesterday I was talking about Imam Ali and what an impact Imam Ali had. And when I finished yesterday, I said that after Imam Ali came Imam Hassan. I'm going to speak just for a few minutes about Imam Hassan. When I was explaining yesterday, a few children did ask me to go in a bit more detail about Muawiyah and Mawla Ali. What actually happened is, this was one question that was asked to me. Muawiyah's life was spread across 3 of our Imam's lives. He was there at the time of Imam Ali, he was there at the time of Imam Hassan, and he was there at the time of Imam Hussein. Now, this is where, after Imam Ali, we have Imam Hassan. As I was explaining yesterday, Imam Ali fought tirelessly to protect his people. But Muawiyah had other intentions, constantly was killing his followers, constantly killing those who believe in the correct Islam, just so that he can have power and control. When Imam Hassan was at the point of leadership, Muawiyah passed himself off as an Islamic leader, but he would still tirelessly, he would kill a lot of innocent people. In that circumstances, Imam Hassan is very, very important to us, because Imam Hassan knew that if he doesn't do something quickly, all the followers of the Ahlul Bayt which are left are going to be killed. So Imam Hassan signed a treaty with Muawiyah to protect those who are left. Now, Muawiyah didn't stop constantly, sneakily doing attacks until the point he brainwashed Imam's wife, who poisoned him. Imam Hassan, before he left, he put Imam Hussein in charge. When Imam Hussein became the leader, he continued from Imam Hassan and compiled with the treaty, and there was a little bit of peace. Wasn't fully peace, but a lot of Muslims and followers weren't being killed as they used to be. And then Muawiyah passed away, which is a good thing for us. But then again, it's a very bad thing for us, because after him came Yazid. Now, a lot of people have a lot of different views on Yazid, and needless to say, they're all negative. Yazid was 10 times, 100 times worse than his father. His father used to pass off as a Islamic leader. Yazid used to pass off as a dictator. He didn't care whether it's Islamic or not Islamic. He will do what he wants, how he wants, when he wants. He will kill women and children. He will kill the disabled, just for fun sometimes. Salawat for Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. The first thing that Yazid done when he came to power was he demanded a thing called bayat. Bayat is when, if for example, if I give bayat to someone, I give them my full 100% unconditional support. He wanted bayat from everyone. All the Islamic scholars at the time, all the leaders. He said, I am the rightful leader of the entire Islamic nation, of the entire Islamic Ummah. Whatever I say is what Islam is going to be. Well, when he came to power, he straight away sent letters to Walid, who was the governor of Medina at the time. And when he sent those letters, he demanded bayat of all the people in Medina, and specifically he demanded bayat from Imam Hussein. Now, Walid at that time knew that Imam Hussein was never going to give bayat to him. However, Imam Hussein threatened in those letters that whoever doesn't give me bayat, I'm going to kill them, I'm going to kill them. He started massacres in Syria, killing constant, honestly, like hundreds and hundreds of people daily, just to prove his point. Well, he got the letters, and in the middle of the night, his servant went to Imam Hussein and said to him that, Ya Mullah, you have to come with me quickly to the governor's house. The governor needs to speak to you about something very, very important. Please, please, let's go. In the middle of the night, Imam Hussein, he got the youth of the Bani Hashims, and he went to the governor's house. While he was sitting there, he left all the youths outside, and he sat with the governor, and he said to the governor, what's the matter? Why did you call me? The governor apologized to Imam and said, Imam, I'm sorry for disturbing you, but I received this letter. And in this letter says that you have to give bayat to Yazid. And our Mullah froze for a little while. He said, he didn't say yes and he didn't say no. He said, I'll tell you what, we'll ask the people of Medina, should I give bayat to Yazid? Straight away, Walid said that obviously the people are going to agree that, Ya Mullah, you shouldn't give bayat to the people. But whilst he was there was another individual there, Marwan. Now, it was a rule back in those times that you have to give a person, an individual, a right to defend themselves. You can't attack someone without a sword. You can't fight with someone if they haven't got the right armor. At Yazid's time, everything changed. They were using so much trickery and treachery, they didn't care. Marwan said, Imam, he's here, inside the house alone. He's got no sword, he's got nothing to defend him. Let's quickly kill him now. But our Imam is one step ahead. Our Imam knew this is what they were thinking. And our Mullah spoke very, very loudly. He spoke very, very loudly, and then an individual broke down the door and came to our Imam's rescue and our Imam's support. Who was that individual? The bravest of the lot, Hazrat Abbas. Hazrat Abbas was the brother of Imam Hussein. And he was such a good brother that he said, take my life but do not even touch one hair of Imam Hussein's head. Salawat par Muhammad wa
Narae Takbir,
Allahu Akbar,
Narae Risalat,
Ya Rasulullah,
Narae Haidari,
Ya Ali,
Azmat-e Zahra Bulantar Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Now Hazrat Abbas made a message very, very clear to Marwan. He said, we're not going to fold. He said, I will dare you, I will dare all your hundreds and thousands of armies to come, to try and even look at Imam. And as they were cowards, they got scared. Hazrat Abbas and the youth, the Bani Hashim youth, they came, safely took Imam Hussein back. Now because Imam Hussein didn't give bayat, and he was in Medina at the time, and the people that were there of Muawiyah and Yazid, they knew that they couldn't touch Imam. So they thought the easiest way to get the Imam to make him listen to what we want, we'll just start killing the people of Medina. To stop that from happening, our Mullah decided he needs to spread the message of Islam. And the one place where he can do that is in Mecca, where everybody comes to do Hajj. So Imam decided that now is the best time for him to leave Medina, and he will go to Mecca, and when people are there doing Hajj, he will speak to them and spread the word of Islam more. When Mullah decided that yes, he's going to leave Medina, the people of Medina cried a great deal, because they all used to say, Ya Imam, your face reminds us of Rasul-e Pak. Your face reminds us of Imam Ali. Your face reminds us of Imam Hassan. We've lost all three, but we don't want to lose you now as well. Which is when Imam openly said that beforehand we can argue about things, we can fight for things and stuff like that in order to preserve Islam. But now is the time where I am going to have to give my entire life. That is the only way that Islam is going to be preserved. When an individual writes a will, they say, I leave so and so thing to so person. I leave my wealth, my houses, I leave this to this person, what I want, how I want it. I'm going to read you exactly what Imam Hussein's will said. His will said, my mission is to reform the Muslim community, which I propose to do by Amal bil Maruf and Nahin al Munkar, inviting them to the good and advising them against evil. It is not my intention to set myself as an insolent or arrogant tyrant or a mischief maker, which basically means he's not going to be a Yazid, and he's not going to listen to Yazid, and he will give his life to preserve what is right. Salawat.